Welcome to the show. My name is Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. The Mets are at Colorado for a 3 o'clock Eastern start this afternoon. The betting opened up with the Rockies as the $1.60 favorites with the total at 12.5 runs. Since then, Colorado's now just the $1.55 favorites on the money line, with the total remaining at 12.5 runs. Currently, New York gets the 1.5, and at the moment, 73% of the action's on the Rockies to get it done. Montero for the Mets, Marquez for the Rockies. This Colorado team is an impressive 11-6 in their games, where German Marquez makes the start. The Mets, on the other hand, are just a little bit different story. New York's won just 3 of 7 when Rafael Montero makes the start on the bump themselves. The Mets' woes continue in today's matchup as well. This New York squad wins just 26% of their games versus teams over 500. They've really struggled against top-notch organizations. Even worse than that, this Mets team is winning a measly 20% of their games at the current Moneyline odds. But if you think you're on the wrong side of the tracks, keep in mind that this New York squad does indeed hold the advantage in head-to-head matchups, as they're currently 3-2 in the season series with Colorado. In addition to stealing a game from this very Rockies team last night, the Mets are playing 500 baseball as the official road underdog as well. They're going up against a Colorado team who has some areas of concern, in my opinion, for Rockies bettors. First off, this Rockies team has been on a bit of a cooler this week, losing 2 of their last 3. They're also winning just 46% of their games at the current Moneyline odds. And once again, they've won just 2 of 5 head-to-head matchups with these very Mets. But if you think you're on the wrong side of the tracks with Colorado, keep in mind that this Rockies unit is 14 games over 500, and they're winning a solid 62% of their games at home. All told, the case for either side can certainly be made. As for me, however, I'm going to break down the total real quick before I select a winner in this one. And when it comes to the scoring, 2 out of Colorado's last 3 matchups have actually gone under the line. Meanwhile, on the other side, 2 out of New York's previous 3 matchups have actually gone over the posted total. That said, both teams' games are collectively averaging just 10 total combined runs in their previous 4 games, respectively. Marquez has been solid at times this year. I think this one's going to stay under the 12.5. And when it comes to selecting a winner, I think the Rockies get the job done today, and I think they do it by at least 2 runs. I'm predicting a final score of 6-4 Colorado. Next game I have for you, it is going to be Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. The Reds continue to dominate the Pirates this season. It's incredible. But anyway, the betting in this one opened up with the Pirates as the $1.65 favorites and the total at an even 9 runs. Since then, Pittsburgh's now laying just $1.50 on the money line, with the total moving slightly upward to a cool 9.5 runs. Currently, Cincy's getting the 1.5, and at the moment, 73% of the bettors' money is probably going to go down the tubes betting on the Pirates this evening. Speaking of which, tonight's probables are Sal Romano for the Reds, Chad Kuhl for the Pirates. The Buccos are a miserable 7 of 21 when Chad Kuhl makes the start this season. Meanwhile, on the other side, not all that much better for Cincy. This Reds team has won just 2 of 5 games when Sal Romano makes the start on the bump themselves. And speaking of this Reds team, they have no business winning this game tonight. They've won just 19 of 54 games on the road, and just 38% as the underdog. Even worse, the Cincinnati organization is winning a measly 33% of their games as the official road underdog. Disparaging remarks aside, however, Cincinnati's won 2 in a row against the Pirates in the series and could very well make it a clean sweep this evening. The Reds are currently on a 3-game winning streak and once again are 8-1 in head-to-head matchups with the Pirates. Utter domination, 89%. They just can't lose. The case for Cincy can certainly be made, but before I go ahead and select a winner, let's go ahead and break down the total real quick. And when it comes to the scoring, 3 out of the Reds' last 4 games have actually gone over the posted total. Meanwhile, on the other side, 3 out of Pittsburgh's most recent 4 games have actually gone under the line themselves. In addition to that, both teams' games are collectively averaging just 8 total combined runs in their previous 4 games, respectively. All told, I think this one stays under the 9.5. And when it comes to selecting a winner, I don't think Cincy can sweep anyone on the road in this spot here. I know they've been good. Plus, they're winning a staggering 73% of their games at the current Moneyline odds. I think the Pirates get it done in a close one. Conversely, I will take the Reds to cover. I'm predicting a final score of 4-3 Pittsburgh. All right, folks, I'm going to slide into my third and final game for the show. It's the lightning round, so I got to move. Chicago White Sox at the Boston Red Sox. Boston's 240 on the money line with the total at 9.5 runs. Chicago gets the 1.5, and at the moment 71% on Boston to get it done. Gonzalez for Chicago, Porcello for Boston. 22 total runs last night in the Boston-Cleveland game. A lot more where that came from, in my opinion. Give me the over 9.5. With Boston getting it done on both the run line and the money line, I'm looking at a final score of 7-4 Boston. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.